not ready for this conversation. Y'all not ready for this conversation. Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV. Again, everybody, it's your host with the most. We're going to be talking about hair. Okay, because I recently put up a video, and the video that I put up was vlogging. So we just did a trip into Atlanta, Georgia. We just did a trip into Georgia to go to my son's graduation because he's graduating from high school. Another milestone. Feeling proud, feeling good. I say, let me just let go of all the other topics and vlog this trip just so I can share a part of it with my audience, right? Because that's what vlogging is about. I don't know why they have turned vlogging for us in our diaspora or our genre into you have to just do videos about who dead, who get killed, and all this. You can do videos about parts of your life too, because that's how vlogging goes, right? Anyhow, we did the video, and one part of the video I put up, I said his hair, because people are talking about him here. Why him hair looks up? What is he doing to his hair? That kind of stuff. So I had him on the video to explain what his hair is called, which is wicks, if you watched that part of the video. Now, I am going to post another part of the video where me and him actually sit down, and I want you to listen to the things that I impart on my son or to my son concerning being a black man in society and his choice of a hairstyle. We are still having these kinds of conversations even though they are uncomfortable. The part that get me though, why I'm doing this video, is a couple of comments. So, S. Wiseman said, nice, but the real conversation centers around black women wearing their natural hair. We don't get many compliments, but a ton of bashing from our men, our black men, it says. Most unfortunate. Alright. You see that comment right there? She says the real conversation centers around black women and their hair. Let me break down that whole comment. So, check it out. I'm just tired of seeing black women dividing themselves away from black men as if their struggle is different from our struggle. That in itself is one of the reasons why we have been weakened. Because you over there jumping on women's rights, and they take you and they use you for numbers in their women's rights movements. And then at the end of the day, when they get all those rights, you're still a black woman. And you still don't get the same rights as the European or Caucasian woman does. So you wasted your energy fighting for women's rights. And you made it look so powerful because you showed up in your numbers for it. But the black race or the black man and child needed you on the front lines with him to bolster our numbers, to fight for black rights. So to separate this, now remember in the video I started out talking, the video was about my son, a male, a man, and his hair. And it has been reduced now to the real conversation centers around black women and wearing their natural hair. We don't get many compliments, she says. Let's talk about that next part. We don't get many compliments. Stop right there. You don't get many compliments. From who? From who? How can someone compliment you when you're hiding? I know a lot of black women that will not go outside with their natural hair showing. They put on a stocking cap, they'll put on a hat, hell, they'll even go outside in a shower cap. If things get really bad, they'll go outside in a shower cap. And the first stop for them is the beauty supply store. And she got to make sure she get a wig or some weave. She got to make sure she get a bottle of perm. She got to make sure she gets something that will help her to not look in her natural state. So if you're hiding yourself from us all the time and forcing us to believe that this is you being beautiful with the weave and the wig and everything else, and this is you being not at your best in your natural state, what do you expect? Over a period of time, we start to think that. We start to think that maybe beauty is really with the weave and the thing, because she never shows me her natural hair. She thinks it's ugly, so it must be. That's us accepting what you have put out. And this don't go for all women. There are natural black women out there that she's not fishing for compliments. She's in her natural state. And she enjoys being in her natural state for herself. And because she does, she, to her, gravitates black men that like black women in their natural state. See, you have to be it first. You have to be in your natural state. You know what I'm saying? And then most of you, one time you decide to go into your natural state, you just left your hair look like somebody drive your own upside down and pick up lint out of the carpet and all these things with your head. Because that's how natural. And if you say something to her like, groom it now, or do something with it, they automatically think you're saying put on a wig or perm it. There are beautiful black hairstyles out there. But one of the biggest excuses from black women is, nah, my hair hard to manage, that's why I have to perm it. Lord, it's too hard to take care of, that's why I have to put on the wig and the something. You think the creator would have given you something hard to take care of, too hard to manage, attached to your damn self? No. That's your excuse. Because you're over there trying to use the comb that is meant for Becky's hair to drag it through your hair, because you've seen all these commercials since you were little. How she thrashes her hair and it stretch out, go out there so, and she comb it long so. The only time your hair can do that is when you get a perm with a fine teeth comb there. The fine teeth comb just was not meant for you, but you don't want to accept that. Right? So you prefer to perm out than to go do research. And we live in an age of information. The internet is filled with, just go Google African hairstyles for black women, or Google black women hairstyles. You will have pictures and styles and ideas. And if you go to YouTube and ask how to style natural black hair, I guarantee you there's at least 1 million videos on YouTube for you to go through, where somebody is going to be showing you from start to finish how to do it. You could even go further and find out how to do it yourself. Video instructions are out there. So the excuses don't really work. You know what I'm saying? And now, again, here we are switching the blame. Blame it on the black men. Another division. Blame it on the black men. She said we don't get many compliments, but a ton of bashing from our black men. Could I tell you about black women who are conflicted in their feelings about their self? Now I get it. We are a damaged people. And until you start to accept that part, then we can't go further with this conversation. We are a damaged people. So of course you're going to meet a lot of brothers out there in this westernized society, especially, that thinks that you with a perm or a weave or a wig is much more beautiful than you in your natural state. Now, I'm not saying perm, wig, or weave don't look good on you. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. You are supposed to do whatever you want to do with yourself. It is yourself to do what you want to do with. But I'm saying, given how society has been engineered for us to think of beauty by European standards, then it's only fitting to say that a lot of black men around you in Western society are going to look at you and think in your natural state, I don't like that. I don't like that. Because that's what he's been taught his whole life. His grandmother used to sew and weave. His mom came up in the lace front generation, them glue it so, and it start look like it real. You remember one time Gandhi used to know when a wig was a wig. Well, they have modernized the wig to the point where you look at a girl now and I swear said that's her hair. She probably got a perm or something, but that's definitely her real hair. Them all build the wig now with the scalp and the color and everything. So he's been conditioned to think this his whole life, right? And you have to come show him different. But don't ignore the brothers that do compliment you, that do tell you that they want you to be natural, that do tell you that they like how you look when you are natural. Don't ignore them. Conflicted, because majority of the black females that I know that talk, they run after guys that are obviously not into your type. I'm 6'4", 248 pounds right now. Why would I go after a female that says, I don't like black guys and I don't like tall guys and I don't like guys that have like little dreads on their hair or their hair twisted? But that's what you do. You go after the guys that like a different type of female, a different type of black female. A lot of you run away from cultured men. Let me tell you a story. I was with this one female one time, right? Long relationship. Beautified her. Because when I first met her, she was wearing pum-pum shorts with one jaw of our pum-pum out. When I first met her, and this was a true opposites attract. I was really young, but I had just started my Rasta journey, right? So I look for an empress. Matter of fact, I wanted someone that was dark skinned. I wanted a woman that was black, not just in culture black or ethnicity black, but in skin color black. So I purposely said, yes, I want this. Of course, after finding many other common grounds to start a relationship, right? Over time, I beautified her as a king is supposed to do. And when I say beautify her, this is what I mean. I was studying. I was learning. I was studying and learning about humility. I was studying and learning about, from Rastafari book, about knowledge of self, about beautification, about respect for who you are and your ancestors, knowing yourself and them thing there. And I imparted all this onto her. And her pum-pum shorts turned into long skirts and wraps in kente cloths and other African cloths, designs, patterns, and head wraps. And our weave turned into her natural hair. And she was just styling it. She didn't grow dreads, but she was just styling it. And I kid you not, the same area we were living in, the same man them that used to talk to her when she passed on the street, on the block, the same man them that used to say stuff like, yo, girl, I want to go out your hole, you know, and them something there, are the same men that I live to see start saying empress, princess, royalty, yes, beautiful, greetings, them kind of thing there. I saw that with my own eyes and lived it. And it took a few years of transitioning to do it. And as soon as that relationship ended with me and her, guess what happened? Right back to the short skirt, body rider, shorts, pum pum out the door, back to the weave and wig and heavy makeup, and all these things. Because guess what? She's back to trying to attract what she was really attracted to in the first place. You understand? So I say that out of experience, and of course it's only with one black woman, but I can generalize to a certain degree in this. You think society has an issue with only your hair? They have an issue with black people hair, period. Straight across the board. Now check this out. The biggest part about this to me is black people having an issue with it. This comment tripped me the hell out, but I expected a comment like this, okay? Because I grew up hearing black people say certain things about black hair. So this one person said, I think he should get a haircut. This is the video. They're talking about the video with, and her name is Shauna. Shauna Myers said, this is a black woman. I think he should get a haircut. She thinks my son should cut off his wigs, right? Cut him here, period. I think he should get a haircut right now before he is profiled by the cops. Well, I've been living in the US since I was 8 years old. I'm a grown-ass man, right? So profiled by the cops. I've been profiled by the cops, pulled over, harassed, asked why I'm in this neighborhood, all this kind of thing. And I was clean cut. No hair on my face, no hair on my head. Military decals on the back of my vehicle. US Army, infantry, Iraq war veteran, all kind of something. The first thing I'm asked is this your vehicle? Now, I'm taking street side interrogation. And I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose of me being pulled over. You understand? This is our reality. This didn't just happen to me in Florida. It happened to me in Texas. It happened to me in New York. It happened to me in a couple of places, right? So the whole concept of I think he should get a haircut right now before he is profiled by the cops. Listen to the conversation that I have with my son. I believe that us as parents have a responsibility to teach our children what to expect out in society, how the world is going to view them and treat them, and how they can benefit if they react in a certain kind of a way. In other words, then keep them proactive, not reactive. So she said, I think he should get a haircut right now before he is profiled by the cops. You can't afford to have rappers be the main figure in your son's life. That's the next line. You can't afford to have rappers be the main figure in your son's life. Now, my son is coming up in this new generation, right? Pretty much all of them love rap music. If you heard what I said, my son likes music, period. He writes music and he's going to go to school to learn to engineer music. Now that he has graduated high school, his next step is to go to school for musical engineering. Rap, I can't afford to have a rapper to be the main figure in my son's life. Anybody who knows me knows that a rapper is not the main figure in my son's life. I am the main figure in my son's life. You understand? That's why I was there for birth. That's why I've been there throughout his whole life. And that's why I was there for his graduation. And that's why I'm still here, and I will still be here throughout his entire life until I am removed from this planet. but I could sense the little, I don't know what to call it, for lack of a better word. I could sense this person trying to be slick. You can't afford to have rappers be the main figure in your son's life. The last part of this comment floored me. Because the person said, nigga here was meant to be lowly cut and groomed. Nigga here. Now I'm thinking when we were born, right? This is and I'm assuming this is a black woman because them use the word nigga. And I used to hear the word nigga used by elderlies when I was growing up. Nigga here was meant to be lowly cut and groomed. This is a black person with the mentality that black people's hair was meant to be cut and groomed. It is unsightly, ungodly, look right to look at. It is an eyesore to look at if you let it grow. Or if it is left not groomed, and I will go as far as to say not groomed to European standards. Which is the same way we're taught to look at our women. Yeah, she pretty and she black, but she have to have some European stuff in her, like she can't be black. You know what I mean? So she have to look like she mixed. That kind of stuff. Our nose can be unapologetically African. Although there are many different Africans, but I'm talking stereotypically. The person who thinks this way, no, I want straight nose. I don't want no big broad nose. That kind of stuff. So, nigga here was meant to be, this is a funny comment. Nigga here was meant to be lowly cut. Lowly cut, right? So nobody can see it. You see that? And the person who actually made this comment probably doesn't even realize the deep psychological issues they have personally with what they call nigga here. Nigga here was meant to be lowly cut and groomed. Grooming hair means just taking care of your hair. So if I groom my hair and it end up 7 strands sticking up, it was groomed. It was washed. My scalp was oiled. My hair was oiled. It smells clean. Dandruffs now fly everywhere. That's groomed. But what you meant to say was groomed to European standards. Or groomed to the standards that society has put in place for us to have. Now the thing about this is this same person, guarantee you they're black, will probably, you notice they said nigga hair was meant to be lowly cut and groomed. I wonder what they would think about white hair. White people, they can wear their hair out if they feel like it. Their hair look good long. They can do whatever they want to do with their hair, but nigga hair, that was meant to be groomed. Indian people, straight hair people, the people them, remember a black woman, this and that. The people who you buy your weave and wig to look like their hair. Oh, their hair is normal. That's why we buy the weave and the wigs. That multi-billion-dollar industry that's funded by us. Take away money from our household. The amount of money black women spend on weave and wigs could raise a whole generation. But anyways, take away money from your household to look like them. That hair is okay in whatever state it's in for you. But nigga hair was meant to be lowly cut and groomed. Alright, let me end this video by saying this. Don't miss the conversation I have with my son, preparing him. And I taped that conversation because I wanted other black parents who have black kids to have them listen to some of these things. If not from me, from you, through me. Don't forget to talk to them about that. Black woman, if you want to go natural, go natural. Don't find no excuses, and definitely stop blaming black men. Black men are as messed up as you are, okay? So you're going to find black men who haven't found it themselves yet, who don't think you look beautiful in your natural state. And then you're going to find black men who love you in your natural state. But the more you transition back to being natural, is the more you will gravitate towards black men who love you being in your natural state. It's a whole lifestyle. Okay? Alright. Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.
Had to get it on my lonely, was nobody there for me. Had to get it by myself, ain't nobody wanna help. Had to get it on my lonely, was nobody there for me. Had to get it by myself, ain't nobody wanna